I was with my mom and I grew up in Boston, and she was doing drugs, so I had to be taken out and placed in an emergency home, and then I had to be placed into another emergency home, and then I was placed with my dad, and then I just ended up with my grandparents.
I've been teaching Gia for 2 years now. Gia is extremely driven. She's an extremely motivated kid.
Gia is one of my students. She comes in periodically to meet with me. She's a strong person. She's accepted what life has thrown at her in terms of home and at school. So she just really keeps pushing through.
Every time something bad happens in my family, somehow that inspires me, and I get really good grades.
Last year, definitely, Gia faced some tough challenges. She was open with me about the custody battle that she was having with her parents and grandparents. I think it's incredible that she was able to focus through all of that.
School, like for Gia, is her anchor. It keeps her grounded. She keeps up with her work. She takes it very seriously. It's helped develop her moral compass. I think probably would not have happened if she hadn't come to this school.
I've been at Trinity since the 5th grade. When I started at Trinity, I was very nervous. I was scared. I really worked slower than a lot of other students. Well, my mom, she started realizing it more and more. She actually asked my doctor about it. They tested me with ADD.
I've known Sean Colon in my capacity as principal, and he was a young man who had so much potential, but he was not working up to his capability. And so I had to find that one thing that was going to capture him. And I think basketball was the way to go.
Basketball, it's really important. And I've played basketball here since the 6th grade. And actually my first year, 7th grade, I didn't play because I failed off the team.
He had a problem in school. That was his tough thing, his grades. Every year I had to worry about grades. One year I had to sit him out because of his grades. But we knew if we didn't do it now, he'd never learn. So it ended up being the best thing that ever happened to him. This year, he made the honor roll. He brought tears to my eyes. I keep the report card on my phone.
Sean's self-esteem has been really blossoming. He's become a true leader.
Trinity, I'd say, is a special school because your class is rather small, so it's easier to focus, and also the teachers, they work with you. They don't work past you. They slow down for you, or they'll meet you after school.
I really believe just all the positive reinforcement from the teachers here. I think it motivated them. I really do. And I know the basketball was a big part of it.
I came here when I was 7. The U.S. is where everything is possible, so I knew it was a big opportunity because many people in Haiti don't get the chance to come here. When I first came here, I didn't speak any English. Trinity Catholic, they basically said, we're gonna help you and we're gonna have God help you. So gaining my first taste of a Catholic education, and I knew it was where I belonged. My freshman year, my mother had a stroke, and at the time she was pregnant with Eli, who's 2 years old now. And it took close to about a year for her to fully recover from that because she was paralyzed on the left side of her body. And it left me taking care of the baby and 3 other siblings. It was difficult because I would be up to 3 or 4 a.m. taking care of, the baby, and then have to study for a test or a quiz or do homework for school the next day because, my dad, he was a great help, but he had to be with my mom because she was dealing with postpartum depression, so she needed someone there. After months of not working, my parents came to a point where they were like, we cannot keep up with the bills. And we were evicted. And of course, it was so sudden and so out of nowhere that we had to live in housing project basically. And it was a pretty small room, and it had 3 beds, cramped. We were in there for about a year. We got out with, praying to God and the help of family and friends.
Nethael came on board in our senior ministry program. I was a little nervous that the subject matter, which was poverty, was going to be a little bit difficult for her because I knew she was living poverty.
That was a hard time, but I'm a stronger person because of that, I can say I went through that and I made it.
Knowing the value of Catholic education, but being able to live it, fully live it, that's Nethael.
Getting the scholarships that I've gotten have been such a huge, huge help for me and my family. The scholarships kept me where I belong. I have such a strong motivation to give back in the future that, because of the scholarships, people have helped me, so why not help others? I want to make people like you, Spelman people, everyone here, my family, the CSF, I want to make you proud, and I want to make sure that you know that everything you donate, it doesn't just go to me finishing high school. It goes to me becoming a doctor and becoming a mother.